Galactic Federation of Light Update, March 17, 2013. 11 Sib, 14 Se, 11ik. Selamajaran. We return in joy. Those earthly allies in charge of seeing that the international transfer of currency is done correctly and without bias, are ready to shortly begin a process, which is to lead to the global distribution of your blessings. They are finally testing the new system. This system is tied to the global currency reset. In addition, this process is eventually to produce the conditions whereby the Nasara legislation can at last be enacted in the US and globally. New governance is the most important goal for us. We have watched the old pro-Cabal regime's cover-up and global misinformation campaign about us. The new governance is to transform this odd policy into full disclosure. This policy can permit us to be more open about our daylight activities. We wish to show you that we are benevolent. We can then complete projects that require us to perform maneuvers to remove the latent dangers from Fukushima radiation in your oceans, air, and water. In addition, we wish to land temporarily and check out a number of Gaia's special grid nodes. We need to perform tests that put our scientists in a number of places around your globe. Gaia needs to be aided in her efforts to preserve her many ecological life zones. At some point, the surface of your planet is to require a very massive makeover. We have used our efforts to do what is, in essence, your job to preserve this global environment. Ever since your Western European business models became the norm, your world surface has suffered. Where once there was immense forest land, you now see vast destruction of traditional habitat. We are not advocating a continuance on your world of certain primitive realities. What we wish is for you to use a number of advanced technologies to preserve and expand habitats. We intend to introduce devices that further increase the technology you already possess. What you now lack is the full commitment to do so. New governance can change this important element and allow you as a people to succeed with rapid ecological damage control. These series of actions can quickly renew the vital relationships between your global societies and Mother Earth. More importantly, this can teach you how truly valuable such unselfish acts are. What is happening to you is a seemingly slow, but in reality, is a swift march to full consciousness. Heaven is determined that you evolve back into galactic humans. Hence, Heaven decreed to our spiritual councils that we send our fleets to monitor you daily. Over each succeeding decade, we have gotten more deeply involved with the process to shift this society of humans from the darkness of the past 13 millennia to the awesomeness of the light. This process has proceeded among you more slowly than we wanted. Yet, our purpose remains to be the true representatives of Heaven's mission on this world. At first, those involved with this heavenly transformation were somewhat leery of our constant presence. It has taken over a decade to resolve these worries fully. Our diplomatic corps as well encountered a stonewalling from your governments. However, all has changed for the better in the past few years. With our help, those representing the light have won a number of very vital core decisions. In addition, our technologies have prevented the dark from stealing a great deal of the light's precious assets. These events forged a true alliance between our now earthly allies and brought panic to the Cabal. Both sides now permit us to have true exchanges with them. These meetings helped us to develop a real set of strategies with our earthly allies. Similarly, the Cabal's representatives are beginning to see us in a newer light. We are Heaven's galactic option. Many of the events to be staged to crush their opposition are currently seen as impossible and were recently abandoned. What is left is a charade that goes on daily between governments, the press, and the internet's slew of rumors. This is to continue until the present system is either victorious or else defeated by the light. We are here to ensure Heaven's grand victory. Your time in the dark is indeed coming to a most glorious end. Many events that signal an end to this awful reality are beginning to manifest. It is our task to finish these preliminaries, then land, and with great joy meet you. At that time, our mentors can take you toward the wonders of full consciousness. Namaste. We are your ascended masters. We arrive with great blessings. Our earthly associates are busily testing and preparing to approve a system for carrying out the delivery of your prosperity funds. There are as well a number of groups that are preparing to manifest the U.S. NSR legislation. The U.S. Supreme Court initially sequestered this legislation at the turn of this millennium. The time arrives to take this extraordinary document public. Various individuals are finishing plans that are to bring these documents out of the surreptitious protection they have long enjoyed. When this happens shortly, it is to mark the return of your true republic, and the need to dearly protect it. As masters, we deeply bless this and know that this great change is to be a peaceful one. This transformation of rule is to be the start of a greater alteration, which is to signal the end of cabal rule. You are to be introduced to clean and transparent governance. Constantly remember that all of this is a divine blessing. We thank those of courage and of magnificent abilities who made all of this possible. We thank as well each of you who have long held this vision and permitted your great energies to be added to all that we do. This work has taken a number of millennia to accomplish. Now it is you and your prodigy who are to gladly taste this most delicious fruit. Be ever grateful to heaven and ready to praise all who have come from afar to aid you in this cause. We are watching each of you grow in consciousness, and gracefully use your new abilities to help these most arduous proceedings to succeed. You are now to watch as many that you did not know, rise and in unison help Gaia and this global village you reside in, to alter and produce a new reality. It is this reality, which is to welcome your greater family. The wondrous spiritual energies are there to alter this reality and ready you for your crystal light chambers. This special living light is to give you back what the Atlanteans took from you. You are to expand this large band of masters and complete the work begun long ago in ancient Lemuria. You are to see the rebirth of the solar star nation and to use your powers to greatly increase the meditations and prayers that we perform daily to help the earth and her sister worlds. Our sun contains a mighty spirit, which welcomes you in joy to this new realm. The darkness served a purpose. You are to use its acquired wisdom, much as we have, to transmit the power of the light everywhere. We are to supervise and guide you on your next journeys. There is much that heaven desires to give you instruction on. As ones in divine service, we await gladly what heaven so desires. Hosanna! 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 Today, we continued our message. This world is changing. As it does, it brings you ever closer to the glorious realm that you have long awaited. Your patience and your frustration are hereby acknowledged. We simply request that you thoroughly enjoy the wonders that are to appear. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajan. Selamat Ya, Syrian for B1. And be enjoy. Channeled by Sheldon Neidl. www.paoweb.com